So, doesn't look like much to hear yet, but thanks to Lurkit and Bitweight Games, I'm able to show you this old school vertical shooter called Tiger-Heli. From, I don't know how it's pronounced, Toaplan, perhaps? But it's their first shoot 'em up, and it's apparently a big deal. So, I could also stand to learn the controls before I get into this. And I don't know where they are, probably input. Yeah. Show the controls. So, we have X to auto fire and circle to bomb, square for regular fire. That's all that's mattering. And there is a rewind function. So how does this play, I wonder? It's actually suggested to have a controller for this game. It's actually suggested. I'm sure you don't need one, but it's what I prefer anyway. And already I noticed something. This is not one of those games where you actually fire all the way forward. It fires downward. So it's like air to ground here instead of just air to air, but it still hits the ground anyway. Which is totally fine. And it's rewarding me for destroying civilian cars instead of just destroying enemy tanks. I feel bad about that part, but it won't let me destroy that, which is totally fine. But I can cause destruction of homes too. Oh yeah, there's something about bombs being a thing. And that was what happened there with Circle. The music here is meant to convey a sense of bravery, but is apparently hampered by the tech. The first death of many, Steam says. It's totally fine. If anything, it brought me a little higher up. And that was a lot of fire coming my way. But it's gotta mean something. I couldn't even get anything there. That was fast. So it takes some learning, clearly. And I meant to go back, but whatever. I kind of do want to try that again. But I didn't even notice the Tiger-Heli actually comes out of the truck. So there's a transport for that. And I don't know what that yellow diamond in the bottom right is all about. But I'm okay very much with how it looks and how it plays. It is totally fine here, and honestly with the rewind function, it'd make the game a lot more accessible and make people actually want to go through and do stuff like I'm doing here now. Now I just want to finish the first stage even with rewinding. Because even if I don't do this naturally, I'm still going to do something that not everybody does, so that's something to be okay with. And that's something you want to feel for your own self. Like, if people give you crap, if they don't do it themselves, their crap means 0 bit. You know what? I wonder, that hit the side there. And in fact, that might be the very bombs that matter. Yes, they are. I see that now. The bombs that drop are on the right and left sides of the Tiger-Heli. And if they get hit, they serve as a shield to protect your life and as a counterattack. That's interesting there. That's actually interesting to me. See, with the tanks traveling the road, though, it's hard for me to be able to fire on them when they're below me. So I have to think about that. And now, thanks to Rewind, I actually made it up further. And not lose any bombs or lives. But now I actually have to think, and what was with that block there? Well, that explains the diamond now, actually. And I really want to fire at the tanks here from below. I really do. Okay, we don't crash into that. That's good to know. But yeah, the looks, the music, the play, it is all solid. And you gotta remember, this is something from the very far past. And I don't know what that was, if not actually giving me another bomb. Is to the max, though, is the question. Looks like yes. I want to test this theory very much. Yes, it is. If you grab the B when you already have 2 bombs, then as far as I can tell, that's just bonus points. But that gives you an opportunity to use the bomb and then replenish it. I don't know what those diamonds are all about, but I do know they're in appearing and disappearing capacities. Also good to know. And then, are there any bosses, or does it just keep going to the next stage seamlessly? It sure feels like it here. Now look at that, there's a satellite! And this sounds like another stage or a boss, or rather, a power-up. Yeah, that is music that changes when you have a helper. Gives you double power. And then, actually, 20,000 points will get you an extra life. Also good to know. At least that destroyed stuff around me. And I want to keep that, actually. It's kind of hard to do with all this fire coming at me. A rewind makes it sure possible. Jeez. And then I'm supposed to be seeing things, and I can't make stuff happen like I'm trying to at the moment. Okay. Now I want to know if there's any separations between stages, or if it just keeps going and going and going. I'm not seeing enough of anything, and I thought it was gonna be a boss. Okay, we land here. So that's how a stage works. You land on a landing platform. So that's how that goes. Now we do have an idea of how this game goes, and with the rewind function, I would want to play more of this and see getting to the end. How many stages is it, I wonder? And how would you feel about a shoot 'em up like this? Toaplan's first. Does it look or feel any good to you? Would you consider getting this? It's on Steam, definitely, for us here in the States.